All right. I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown and we'll get started. In five, four, three, two, one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thirsty Topics. Hi, Wonder.
Hey, Lawrence, how are you, my friend?
Tired, but doing really good. It's been a very, very busy week so far. How about with you?
Well, with me today just was my day off, so I didn't do have a lot to do other than like catch up on some computer work and stuff like that. I chilled. Yes, so today was my Friday.
Nice. Well, that's a good thing. We
Yes.
need to take some time to ourselves when we can.
Oh no,
All righty.
you're frozen.
All righty. I'm not frozen on my side.
Lawrence,
So I'm here. Can you hear me? I wonder, can you hear me?
Lawrence,
I can hear you, but it seems like you can't hear me. Hello, Wonder. Hello, Wonder. Are you there? Wonder? Alrighty. We're gonna pause for a few seconds and just wait for Wonder.
here we go. It before you came, it was a lot happening. But anyway,
Okay.
your question was,
Well, we're definitely gonna just keep moving along now.
yeah, keep it moving, yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, the first topic that I want to talk about, and it's a sad topic. But for those of you who remembers Hal Williams, he recently passed away. Hal Williams is a veteran actor. Um, he was known for his roles as Smitty Smith on Sanford and Son, and also as Lester Jenkins on 227. He died on July 15th of this year at his home in Rancho Mirage, California, at the age of 91. Wonder, do you remember watching him?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I love comedy. So of course everybody who was an African American did not watch Sanford and Son. And I loved how he always would correct his white officer partner. He would always because the guy he wanted to be so cool, and he would always mess up the jab time words, and he would always correct him. So yeah, he was always funny. And then to see him on 227 to play another role as the husband of Marley Gibbs. I forget her name that was on 227. I can't remember that name. See, I get this thrown off. But yeah, I remember them and Regina King, who was their daughter. She was a
Mm-hmm.
little girl. I remember she getting started with that. But yeah, Hal was a very, he's always played dignified roles. So he didn't play roles like pimps or any downgrading drunks. And not that I take anything from those roles because still you have to portray them. And I do a lot with my what I call edutainment. So he always took some dignified roles, and he represented an era of entertainment that helped open doors for other African Americans in Hollywood. So a lot of people looked up to him that didn't want to take those roles of satire, so to speak, right? And so yeah, he was able to take those roles, and he was just a good guy. Overall, I've never, I don't think I've seen him play in anything that was negative. Always have been some good roles, funny roles. He was a funny guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, he represented a very positive, strong male figure, and
Yes.
he enjoyed what he did. There's also I don't know how true it is, but I guess when he was working on Sanford and Son, he was still working his daytime job for some time while working on Sanford and Son. I guess, and you don't really hear about that too much because most people quit their jobs, but there's some people that say, well, I'm gonna play it a little safe and still keep my job just in case, see how things work out, which I can understand. And you know, we also have to keep in mind too that pay today is way different than pay back then. So
Yeah. And I just think it was a smart move if that part is true. And I do know of people, artists, they call them starving artists.
mhm,
Uh, uh, but I do know of people who love the art, but they're smart. They got to be smart. They got to pay the bills. Can you imagine? I've heard the stories of a couple of people that wanted to branch off into their art, into what they feel was going to make them successful, right? And their spouse, or you got children that needs to be fed right then and there, and not because of your love for theater or love for your the art that you have. So yeah, he was smart if he did that. I think anybody would be smart to be able, because you got to be financed some kind of way, and that probably would help a lot of people from being on that couch.
that's
You
true.
know,
That's very true.
because when God
Yeah.
bless a child that has his own, yeah,
Now he also played in Private Benjamin, I believe, and then he had
yeah,
other notable roles as well too. But for me, I think my favorite was when he was on Sanford and Son.
yeah.
How about you? What was your favorite role that he played?
Well, the ones that I did watch, I definitely loved Sanford Son. That was number one. But I also loved his role in 227, because that was a longer stint. He had more of a major role in that. So I
Mhm.
enjoyed him being a positive role model for a father, especially for African Americans in that light. He took his platform and he used that platform to show that he was a positive role model, and he could show a lot of men that look up to him. Because there's some people that are in these roles. That, oh, I'm not a role model. I'm not, but by fault you are,
Yeah,
because you are on that big screen and people are watching you, and you are of African American descent. So yeah, so I think you are. So yeah, kudos to him. Kudos to him. And my heart goes out to the family.
yeah,
Condolences to the family and to his work family. He was loved by a whole lot of people, including his fans. Yeah.
yeah. I'm actually a little surprised that he hasn't received more notable roles over the years, though, because to me he was a solid actor in anything that he played. So maybe it was just one of those things at the time with just how things were in Hollywood. But we definitely want to, like I said, definitely send our prayers out to the family.
Oh
All
boy.
right, let's waiting for Wander again.